Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to take a single, super simple definition and use it to unlock a really powerful idea about how we can all communicate more clearly. Let's get right into it. You know that feeling, right? You're trying to learn something new, maybe reading an article or a textbook, and you just get hit with this absolute wall of complicated language. Your eyes start to glaze over. It's so frustrating, and honestly, it almost feels like it's designed to keep you out. And, that's pretty much what it is. This wall of words isn't just annoying, it's a real barrier. It can literally stop smart, curious people just like you, from understanding some really important and fascinating topics. But what if there was a tool for that? A kind of verbal sledgehammer, maybe? Something designed specifically to take those dense bricks of jargon and turn them into something anyone can understand, something clear and accessible. Well, there is. For today's explainer, our source is something called the Simple English Wikipedia. It's this amazing project built entirely on one idea, that knowledge shouldn't be locked away behind a bunch of complicated language. So, to really see how powerful this is, we're not going to look at a huge, sprawling article. Nope. We're going to zoom all the way in. We're going to put just one very common word under the microscope and see what we can learn. And that word is brain. It's something we all have, but man, the explanation can get incredibly complex fast. So let's take a look at how our source, the Simple English Wiktionary, handles it. Okay, so let's do a little anatomy lesson on the definition itself. We're going to break this thing down piece by piece to really see the principles of clear communication in action. Check this out. The very first sentence, no complicated biology, no talk of hemispheres or frontal lobes. It starts with two things you already understand perfectly, your body and your head. Right away, it gives you a physical location you can picture. It's so simple, so direct, and it's incredibly effective. Okay, next up, after telling us where it is, it tells us what it does. And again, just look at the words they chose. Thinks and controls. These are the absolute core functions explained using the most basic, powerful verbs you can find. No jargon, just pure, simple function. I love this part because it shows how they even handle technical details. On the left, you've got a simple pronunciation guide that anyone can figure out. On the right, they include the technical IPA for linguists or specialists who need it. It's an approach that includes everyone without dumbing anything down. It's like an on-ramp to the more technical stuff. And then, bam, they hit you with the final piece of the puzzle, context. A definition that's kind of abstract suddenly becomes very real when you see it in a sentence like this. It uses a scenario, falling off a bike, that is instantly relatable. It grounds the meaning of a heavy term like brain damage in a way a technical description just never could. So we've taken apart this one little definition. But so what? Why does this simple approach matter so much? Let's zoom back out for a second and look at the big picture. These are the principles we just saw in action. It's like a formula for understanding. You use common words, define a simple location, focus on the main job it does, and then you ground it all in an example we can all relate to. This whole thing is a deliberate process of tearing down those barriers we talked about. And it is so important to get this next part, because a common knock against this kind of approach is that it's dumbing things down. But that is completely missing the point. See, simple language isn't about making ideas smaller, it's about making the door bigger so more people can get in. It's an act of inclusion. It's about building bridges to knowledge, not putting up walls. So I want to leave you with a question to think about. In your own work or your hobbies, what's one complex idea, one of those walls of words, that you really wish was explained this clearly? Because when we make understanding the top priority, everybody wins. Thanks for joining me.